Alrighty, so this is a very important video that I want to get out there as quickly as possible before any showcases, because a lot of people are struggling to make a decision on which characters to pick up. So this video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and opinions on which characters I think are worth picking up with your select character Dragonstone 6. But I'm going to warn you right now, there are a lot of amazing choices and very few bad choices. So you may not necessarily pick up the ones that I would recommend, just because there's so many to choose from. And also, no matter what I say, no matter what other people tell you, either in the comment section or your friends or whatever, do try to hold off on actually picking up these characters until the end of the celebration. We have all the way until January 3rd, 2025 to actually make a decision, because you never know, between now and then, circumstances could change. Something could come up that completely shakes the very foundation of what's considered good or bad. Maybe you summon on some banners and now you suddenly really want to have a certain character to run alongside the new unit that you just pulled. Maybe a super EZA was announced on the next celebration that completely usurps the last one. So whatever the case may be, I would strongly recommend that you guys wait at least until New Year's, which, I mean, I'll do another video to remind people, probably, but maybe this, I mean, I don't know. I probably will, just because some people do forget, but I just think it's a good idea in general. Less buyer's remorse if you do that. So that being said, let's jump in. Instead of starting with the characters that you should consider, let's start with the characters you should not. Number one, we can just write this off. Forget this section right here. Don't worry about any of these characters. The simple reason is because that they require 3 of these redstones. They ask you to spend all 3 of your redstones for Champa. How stupid is that? 3 redstones for Frost. Let that sink in. That's insane and that's stupid. The reason why they have it structured this way is because these characters are Dokkanfests and they're more relevant in terms, they're more recent, I should say, not relevant. They're more recent. These guys' EZAs took place over the last year to 2 years, whereas these characters are older and their EZAs took place over the last, what, 5 years, 6 years? Super EZAs are becoming a thing, and we're starting to see the little shift as some characters are being omitted from some of these rosters in the past, like Kid Buu was notoriously missing for several of these redstones. Now he's back. Gohan is nowhere to be seen. Well, Gohan is featured on the banner, but like other characters are missing because they're now getting those upgrades. So you should be using these redstones only for acquiring older characters that you don't yet have. So I guess the number one thing to look at is which characters do you have and which characters do you not have. If you have 7 of these 10 characters, go for the 3 characters that you don't have. Even if they seem lame, it's better to have each of them at the super EZA than having less of them but with more dupes, in my opinion. I would rather have a 55% Beerus and 4 of these other characters than a 100% Beerus and no Frieza, no Goku, no Vegeta, and no Goku. That's just my opinion. I think most of us will agree with that. So that's the first thing. The next thing you want to be considering between these 2 tiers is, are you investing in the here and now or are you investing in the future? This is actually a very good deal, because with 3 redstones in this section, you're getting 3 characters. Whereas if you combine this one and this for 3 redstones, you're actually going to be getting 4 characters because you can pick up 3 of them in a bundle. Now, if we look at these 2 sets here, the extreme side is, I would probably say, a little bit more present focused, because 2 out of the 3 characters have EZAs/super EZAs. They're already very good. They will get you through a lot of content. And if you were to also bring in Buhan whenever he does eventually get his super EZA, he would not only make this team good at that time, but he could also be a nice filler spot right now just to add more synergy to a Majin powered team. So this combo does have potential for the now and the future. This one is more future oriented simply because 2 out of the 3 characters don't have super EZAs, and these guys are poised to get them sometime in the future. The Vegito, I would say, is probably more likely than the Gotenks, simply because the Vegito is not a mono lead. The Vegito is kind of the sort of the counterpart, or maybe like the partner to the STR Gogeta. STR Gogeta is the 1-year anniversary unit. I'm willing to bet something that for the 10th anniversary, the first anniversary Dokkan Festival Gogeta and Janemba will receive super EZAs. I'm also willing to bet that maybe even the 2nd anniversary units will also receive super EZAs during the 10th anniversary. The reason for that is simply because of the pattern that has now been established for the anniversaries. Now we have a 3-year buffer between anniversary's initial release and their eventual EZAs. For the 10-year anniversary, the 7th anniversary units are going to be getting upgrades, which means for the 11-year anniversary, the 8th anniversary units are going to be receiving upgrades. With the Super EZA now emerging as the new thing, for the 10th anniversary, year 1, getting a Super EZA would mean a 9-year buffer. That's a little too much. I think eventually what they're going to do is they're going to speed up some of the Super EZAs, and then we will have a nice buffer between anniversary release, EZA, and Super EZA. It could honestly be pretty fitting if they were to do 3-year gap between anniversary release and EZA, and then another 3-year gap between EZA and Super EZA, meaning 10-year anniversary, you would get the 4th year LRs getting Super EZAs. I think that would be cool. It's not going to happen this year, but maybe over the course of the next couple of years, they'll speed things up and get us to that point. So what I'm basically trying to say is for this 10th anniversary, we'll have the 7th anniversary LR EZAs, we'll have the 1st anniversary TUR EZAs, and we'll also get the 2nd anniversary TUR Super EZAs. Both of them. So it'll be 4 Super EZAs for this anniversary. Next year, we'll get year 3 and year 4 Super EZAs. And then by the 12th year anniversary, the 6th anniversary LRs will receive their Super EZAs, which is absurd to think about right now. But by the time we get to that point, we will think, oh yeah, way overdue. So if that's the case, investing in someone like a Super Vegito, Gotenks, Goku, Vegeta, these types of characters are going to be the ones that I would recommend. The other reason for that is because this is a mono type lead. Mono type leads have not yet received their Super EZAs. We're sort of in the early class of OG characters, OG 70s, OG 90s, those types of characters. Eventually, the mono leads, the ones that led the type class meta before the categories emerged, like the tech leader Goku, the physical leader Gotenks, the tech lead Super Saiyan 3 Broly, those guys will get their awakenings. It could happen during the 10th anniversary. Maybe they don't do 1st anniversary and 2nd anniversary Super EZAs. Maybe instead they do the 1st anniversary Super EZAs and they throw in a couple of these mono leads. So eventually these guys will get upgrades. We don't know when it's going to happen. It could be sooner rather than later. But if you want to take that chance while also getting a good deal for it, that's why I would say that these guys are worth it. So hopefully that long drawn out sales pitch sells you a little bit on these. Now, lastly, let's talk about these right here. The top row are all Super EZAs that we've already received. The bottom row are Super EZAs that we have yet to receive. If you don't have Frieza, Gotenks, or Goku Black, I would say select some of these characters over them. They are good, but I think that they are going to be less relevant a little bit sooner than the Broly and the Beerus. Broly and the Beerus are really, really good units, and they are worth investing in. So if you want to get some present characters that are good, go for these two, and then start picking up some of these characters that you don't have. I would say focus more on the Super Saiyan 4s. If you have those, work your way out, get the Super Saiyan 3, get the Goku Black, get the Vegito, get whatever you want. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. Top row, Beerus, Broly, and then any of these. Hopefully that narrows it down and makes it easier for you. If you're wondering why I think that these characters are not worth picking up, it's not that they're bad. They're good, but everybody else is gooder. That's all it is. So if you're a Gotenks fanboy and you disagree, by all means, pick them up. You can't go wrong with it. You will get a fantastic unit. If you're a Goku Black fan, pick up the unit. I would say defensively, he's probably the worst one defensively. Yeah, he would be the worst one defensively. But still, he has a lot to offer for Future Saga. Future Saga is a category that's kind of losing its luster. It needs to come back, but you know, we have some nice super boss characters that can work not only on Future Saga, but other categories. So all of these units do work. All of these units are good, and they all do not miss. I just think that some of these units are a little bit better, and it is worth investing in the future. These guys might be featured on upcoming banners. We don't know. I would rather be safe than sorry and pick them up now. So that's it. I'm done yapping. 9 minutes of it. Hopefully that saved you guys a lot of headache. Once again, I am ending the video with how I started it. Do not spend these stones until the end of the year. Wait until New Year's to actually pick them up, because you never know what could change between now and then. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. In the comments, your thoughts and feelings on which characters are more worth investing in. Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree? Which characters did you choose? Which characters did you not choose? Did any one of you actually pick up the three, like the Dokkan Festival characters in the 3rd tier? If so, let me know why. Maybe it's because you have everybody else and that's the only one you don't have. But feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and ours are into Dokkan responsibly.